much of a patriarch I feel to a session. Make yourself comfortable. So your mother asked you to come back and begin sessions again. Why?
I guess you would have to ask her.
The two of you didn't talk about it?
In the sense that if I didn't want to go back to boarding school, I should find my way to your office every Wednesday at 3:30.
What was boarding school like?
I liked it, actually.
Why?
I had a lot of time to think. Everything happened really fast before I left to go there, like Bailey and this other guy. Anyway, it was nice to just run. I thought a lot, you know, if something was wrong with me. Not because I like girls. Anyone who thinks there's something wrong with that can go fuck themselves. I mean...
Something else was troubling you.
Just that I like sex so much. I basically want to have it with everyone, and I really didn't understand. Most of the girls on the volleyball team only cared about sports, so it was nice to go to boarding school and...
You can be frank with me, Francesca.
And be around girls who didn't only care about sports.
And so now you're back in Sappho. How has that transition been?
Fine. I don't have that many close friends anymore, and Bailey fucking split.
Your feelings.
Yeah. I don't have anyone to go to the diner with and drink milkshakes with.
Are you upset she's gone?
Of course. But Bailey had changed a lot anyway. She was so into that internship with that city council woman. It made me sad how quickly she became Miss Rogers' bitch.
Maybe she was trying to prove herself.
Yeah, probably.
Back to you, Francesca. While you were at boarding school, were you able to get a sense of yourself through this exploration? Where are you now with this process?
Yeah. I found out a lot about myself. In every way.
You are a remarkable young woman, Francesca.
Last week on Cream, things felt a little furry in Sappho. Ellie has returned refreshed and with big news. She's selling cream to pursue ... Everyone is thrown for a loop, particularly Dyer Owens, who is one step away from getting Trim and Twats, her stripper landscaping business, off the ground, thanks to the fat check Katie Bosch left before her disappearance. But Julie Jaspers is at the end of her financial rope, waiting for Dyer to actually make it happen. In the meantime, Julie takes a more transgressive means of employment. Phone sex. We also find Lacey Chambers a little lost or a lot lost. That is, until Portia Morrison, Katie's old film partner and friend / nemesis, returns to Sappho and sparks fly. Francesca Beam continues to work on her serve and herself with several surrogate mothers looking out for her. Community theater director and therapist Wendy DOOLEY, local law enforcer Officer Ruffins, and even Dyer's mother B. Owens. But what are these ladies' real intentions? What happened to our sleepy little hamlet of Sappho? Creamy, calisthenic, complicated. This is Room for Cream.
Robbie's really gone.
You know, she was on the verge of leaving for a while.
Yeah, she tried to keep this place afloat, but it seemed like her heart wasn't in it. After all, she was trying to run a business that reminded her of you.
I know.
Hey, is that why you're selling cream, Elle?
Well, cream is something we tried to do together, so I guess in a sense, yes. But you know, I also just didn't want to do it anymore. It made me a volatile tight ass. It's really nice not to have a reason.
A reason?
A reason. You know, we pushed so hard. Everything else, it all got away. We were trying to build this thing together, and it made everything so stiff. I forgot why I loved Robbie. I couldn't imagine why she loved me, and I mean, besides being used to me.
See, that's why I don't have commitments to anything.
It is not the worst way to live.
Telling you.
Commitment just fucks shit up. It's like pouring cement on a sapling. I mean, Dyer, I probably hurt Robbie worse than you've ever hurt anyone, but I guess I had to. If I hadn't have left, we would have died together, two rough sailors with no ocean, hating each other.
Have you heard from her?
I don't think she's gonna call for a while.
Hey everybody! I know you're officially not serving coffee, but I brewed some of my own at home. And I could see the light on from my kitchen window, so I thought maybe I could just come by and drink my coffee and do my crossword.
Yeah, sure, Jane, of course. Have a seat. Oh, Dyer, will you?
Of course. Better lift the chair off your own self. I can't believe you're closing Cream, El.
It's pretty surreal, but you know, I think it's for the best.
Yeah, but where are we all gonna hang out?
Well, there's always
Your farm? Grace, you make us do yard work.
it's good for the soul.
Dad, I don't think so. These hands only work.
Hey, Tyre. We're ready for our first training session.
Miss Meeker, do you think we could have some of your used coffee grounds? They make a good base for our compost. Dyer says what we have so far isn't nitrogen rich enough.
Very good.
Dyer, can you explain?
Trim and twat. See, Lavender Lake shut
Never
down.
mind.
I just thought.
I should know better than to ask.
Come on, Dyer. We gotta get back to the picket line soon.
Okay, I'm coming. Now let's get those hose.
What?
Oh God. Hoe. It's a hoe is a small flat shovel. Now, where are your pasties, ladies?
Portia, come over. I want a screw.
You got it. You want me to bring it?
Oh, yeah, I'm really hungry, actually.
I'll be right over.
We've got to get this place ready for the birthday girl, everyone.
You know what I told him, Tim?
I don't, but I bet it was something good.
I told him that a lady doesn't do that until the second date.
Oh, you're bad, Benny. You are bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. My lady friend and I would like to order some coffee, please.
And tell it, Tim, because I have my senior discount card.
Sorry, Tim. No coffee today, but you're welcome to stay for Francesca's 18th birthday party.
The big 1-8.
Oh, I don't know, Ellie. My schedule's so pressing. Any entertainment on the lineup?
Well, Tim, the Dancing Go-Go Boys Choir canceled at the last minute, but if you're really lucky, I might be able to scrounge up some sambuca.
Don't tease. 18. I plan to spend my 18th birthday at the Palladium. I saved up all my newspaper delivery money and for a pair of stirrups and the cutest leather shorts you ever did see. I was known for having the prettiest gowns in town.
You still got it, Tim.
Everything was going perfectly until my mother caught wind of the plan. That Puritan, rest her soul. Anyway, I ended up making balloon animals for the Bergen County Youth Group in a church basement in Paramus instead. Thank God for the pastor's son. Now there was a young man skilled in the ways of rubber.
We should have asked him to host this party.
Oh, you're bad, Betty. You are bad.
But you know, Tim, everything has changed. When you're that age, you think you're going to be young forever, and then gravity sets in. And a hot Friday night is a heating pad, and gin rummy with a Girl Scout who's getting her merit badge babysitting grandma.
Ain't that the way it goes?
Oh, you two. You act like you just lost the battle. You know what you two need?
Some arnica? You know, I got the worst pain right here.
You do not need that. You need some activity, a challenge. Hey, Julie Jaspers hosting an aerobics class starting this week.
I don't know, Grace. I had a bad experience with a treadmill once.
No, machinery's not required, Betty.
What do you say, Tim?
Well, if you're game, I am. Maybe we can get that B. Owens in on it, too. That old coop has my gym shorts anyway. Don't ask. Don't ask. Shall we go to that new shop, the Tea Bag? They've got free nuts.
Balloons? Check. Streamers? Check. Avril Lavigne? Check. This is such an important milestone for her.
I think you forgot to pin the tail on the donkey, Doctor.
So, is this where the party is?
Oh, Officer Ruffins. I didn't know you were going to be here.
Miss Tanny, whenever there's a chance to celebrate the soft passing of time and to hold the hand of a young girl during the sometimes jolting change from being cared for to caring for oneself, to cradle her as she becomes a young woman, I like to be there for that. How are you this evening?
Pleasure to see you, Anne.
Good to see you as well. May I sit down?
Of course.
I don't think this stereo is working.
Oh, you know what? There's a cable in the closet in the back, and if you can't find that, you can just use the boombox in my room, turn it up real loud.
Shut up! Stop talking about it!
You make me celebrate your birth. Here, I will talk about whatever I damn well please.
Drink. This is Ellie. Please call her by her name. She is amazing and independent, and I hope she
And
got
a
a lot from
huge
her
dyke.
God.
Mrs. Beam.
Look, I am here for a cross-generational meet and greet for healing requirement right now for the sake of my daughter. I don't want to make friends. You get this over as quickly as possible.
Mom, what the fuck?
Francesca language.
I found the stereo!
Mrs. Beam.
Ms. I didn't marry the asshole.
What exactly is it we need to do to begin the healing?
I am supposed to meet and reconcile with you, the spawn of Satan that made my daughter a queer.
Miss Beam, that wasn't me. That was my daughter, Bailey.
Mom,
Bailey,
stop it.
the freak.
It's my birthday, for
Here's
Christ's
the
sake.
volume.
Stop it. Stop it.
Hey everybody! I'm dressed up for the party!
Ruining my whole birthday. My 18th birthday.
Miss Beam, I think it's time you left. You are doing your daughter more damage than good.
Oh, the voice of reason.
Leave now, Miss Beam.
Look, Dee, stay out of it, okay? This is my daughter. Don't you have some community theater production you can hang all your hopes on?
No, actually, I hang all my hopes on my own little coat rack right here, where no one can fuck them up with their poison. If you don't remove your wicked person from this premises right now, I am going to have to kick it out.
What?
Excuse me, that is enough. Now, Francesca has found a real community in this fine establishment. She is developing a strength and identity and confidence from the division of Her volleyball game is improving in stride. Her serve has never been better. Now, it's my duty to inform you that for all of these things I hold each and every one of these women responsible. Now, I must inform you that you have 56 unpaid parking tickets. And you will be in custody of the court until you produce 56 personal checks made out to the Civic Duty Center of Sappho. It's my pleasure to inform you that since last month's Referendum 9 passed, 40% of all revenue from parking tickets will go to the Chastity Bono Gay Youth Leatherette and Majorette Foundation. Right this way.
Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Hello? Thank you for calling 1-900-LES-PN. The extra E is for extra P. What do you mean? Okay, that's cool. We don't have to talk. We can just not talk.
Julie, I think you're beautiful.
Who is this?
I'm new in town.
How'd you know my name?
I guess you could say I've been stalking you.
I'm gonna hang up now.
No, you're not. Julie, I wanted to say something romantic and ask for the pleasure of taking you out to dinner or getting to know you slowly or whatever, but I don't really believe in that anymore. Dates, the cycle of frantic getting to know you, putting on a show, getting drunk to get up the courage to screw. I think it's a bad way to start something, you know? Bad luck first. But I would like to walk next to you. Yeah, I'm calling to see if you would like to walk next to me tomorrow. And then maybe we can walk next to each other the next day.
I'd like to go back to this memory that you were telling me about last week. It seems very strong.
Okay, Doc. Okay, my mom would take me skiing every winter. And she'd dress me up in my little suit, you know, like the bibs, the gloves, the sunglasses, the whole bit. And I like to go off by myself and pretend I lived out there, you know. I mean, that was great. But the problem is, once you're up there, there's no place to pee. And I didn't want to go down to the bottom of the mountain because I didn't want to be bothered, you know, I was busy. Well, the thing with peeing is it's an inevitability, you know? It's not like you're putting off car insurance. It's like it's gonna come back around and you're gonna have to deal with it. So there I am, I'm sitting there in the mountain. And the cold, it makes my bladder kind of weak, you know? Something with the altitude, I don't know. But I'd always wait until I had to pee at that very instant. So I'd have to run off and find some place away from the crowds and the trees. But the thing is, my gloves, you know? I couldn't get my ski suit off fast enough. My gloves, it was hard on the zipper, you know? And I was just all tight in there, and my hands were so cold, and I just would pee myself. And then the pee would half freeze and it'd get all itchy. I spent the whole day all itchy. But I just didn't deal with the fact that I needed to pee in the moment I had to pee. What does this mean, Doc?
It's a strangely haunting metaphor, Doc. The things that are obvious are hard for you to see. The things that you know you must do are the things you don't want to do.
When you get dumped by a nun, you know it's time to get in shape.
It's always important to keep yourself fit. If not for anybody else, Professor, then for yourself. Yeah. What do you teach again?
Feminist lesbian cinema studies.
Have you ever heard of the film Pounding Pretentious Pussies?
Yeah, I tried to teach that in my class when it premiered, but it was censored by one of the deans. I love that scene when the submissive is up against that stack of OEVs, and the professor, who played her?
Butch with balls!
Right, Butch with balls asks for the definition of the word.
Okay, everybody. Get your left hands on the good places because we're about to rock out.
Okay, we'll talk later. Wait! You were in that scene with the paper clips, weren't you?
Yes!
Oh my god, I gotta get your autograph. That porn was so subversive.
All right, everybody. Hit it. So listen, I'm going to be doing the moves up here, and you're going to mirror me. But if at any point in time you feel like you need to bring it down with impact, that's okay. Or if you want to just rock out with your own moves, that's cool too.
I don't really much for improvisation, Julie. I like to play it by the book, avoid any unnecessary complications.
Okay, and march it out on your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking good, officer.
I thought this was a beginner class. I think that hot cop is doing double time.
She can do double time with me whenever she wants. And we're going to take it a step touch to your right. And 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Benny. Is it hot in here, or is it just us?
Shut up! I want to listen to the instructions!
Oh, come on, B, look alive.
Shut it! The only time I've ever seen you move fast is on your way to the slurping machine!
Or when the cops are after him. Remember the White Knights riot of '79? You were so crazy. Cops following you down the street in full riot gear.
Riot gear?
Yeah, and all he had on was a tiara and a little glitter.
Okay, now I'm going to make it wider. And 2, 3. What's this?
Oh, you know, we were protesting the sentencing of Dan White after Harvey got shot. We marched our little behinds all the way down to the Elephant Walk, you know, that dive bar in the cast where I was a shot girl. And the cops, you know, showed up, ready to rumble. Well, I was in a tizzy, I mean, you can be sure of that. One of those fuckers put a headlock on me and broke my fucking tiara.
And now we're going to grapevine to the right. And 1.
The same thing happened to me once. Some drunk tried to grab me at the club while I was going into the Little red Corvette. I almost tired my pasties for good.
Oh, don't let the man get you down. That's what I always say.
Okay, troopers, listen up. The moves are about to get a little bit more complicated.
All right.
Such a thing possible. Please, this is a no negative vibe zone. Excuse me. Positive energy, B, and march it out. 1, 2.
You don't shove it, I'm gonna march it out right over your tight little ass.
You guys feel that burn?
Yeah.
Looking good, yeah. Oh hey, did you register at the front desk? All right, listen, I'm trying to teach a class, so you can just march in with all the other participants.
I don't want to march with the other participants. You want to go on a walk with me, Joy? Okay. You be the camp director. No, wait. Camp counselor. Okay. Wait, what does that make you? Oh. Well, I'm a camper. Oh, no, wait. I'm a counselor. No, wait. Which is hotter? Like you taking advantage of an innocent youngster or illicit sex between two frustrated archery instructors?
No, okay, wait. You be my boss. You be the camp director, and we're screwing in your office, and you're totally infatuated with me, and we'll do whatever to please me.
Okay.
I've got something in my pocket that belongs across my face. I keep it very close to me, the most convenient place. I'm sure you wouldn't guess it if you guessed a long, long while. So I'll take it out and put it on this great big brownie smile.
We need to discuss the flag assignments. My cabin has had to raise the flag 2 mornings in a row. And we have had 10 minutes less time than the Minnetonka cabin and the Tawonga cabin to eat breakfast because of it. What are you going to do to make it up to me?
Well, there aren't many official avenues I can take your complaint through.
Then what are you going to do?
Come here. I'm taping his head so we can have it for later.
The people don't know what your mama know, they know. Pretty baby, in the light of the dawn, you take my hand,
Marcus.
Yes, so do I. Though I think maybe he's a little old-fashioned. Have a puff, Harold?
Oh, well, I don't really smoke.
Oh, it's all right. It's organic.
I'm sure picking up on vices.
Vice, virtue. It's best not to be too moral. You cheat yourself of too much life. Aim above morality. Confucius says, don't simply be good. Make good things happen.
Did Confucius say that?
Well, they say he was a wise man, so he must have.
You're the wisest person I know.
Me? No. When I look around me, I know nothing. Though I do remember, a long time ago in Persia, we met a wise man in a bazaar who was willing to sell his wisdom to anyone who was willing to pay. The best words for all men of all time, this too shall pass away. Well, that wise man was right. If you remember that, you can't help but live life fully.
Yes, I haven't lived. I've died a few times.
What? What was that?
Died 17 times, not counting maiming. Shot myself in the face with a pop gun and a pellet of blood.
How ingenious! Tell me about them.
Well, it's a question of timing and the right equipment and plenty of patience. You really want to hear about this?
Of course.
Okay. Well, the first time it wasn't even planned. It was when I was at boarding school and they were getting ready for the school centennial celebration, and they put all these fireworks in the room below the chemistry lab I was assigned to clean. And I thought I'd do a little experimenting. I got all this stuff out and began mixing it up. Well, suddenly there was this big fizzing sound and this white porridge stuff began erupting out of the beaker. So I got the hose to try to spray it into the sink. Turned on the water and pow! There was this massive explosion. Boards and bricks and flames leaping up, smoke everywhere. I got up and then the sound of bombs going off. It was the fireworks in the room below. I was just standing there stunned. I couldn't believe it, just watching, being pelted by all these little pellets. The whole place was a crazy inferno with the rockets and everything, and I couldn't get to the door, but I knew there was this old laundry chute, so I hopped in that and slid down that to the basement. When I got outside, it was pandemonium with people running everywhere and fire alarms ringing, so I decided to go home. When I get there, my mother is having this big party, so I creep up to my room. Then there's this ring on the doorbell. It's the police. So I creep over to the banister to see what they say, and they tell my mother I had been killed in a fire at school. Well, everybody got very quiet. People were looking at my mother and whispering. She began to sway. She put one hand to her forehead, and with the other she reached out as if groping for support. Two men rushed to her side, and then, with a long, low sigh, she collapsed down. I decided then I enjoyed being dead.
Yes, I understand that. A lot of people enjoy being dead, not dead, really, just backing away from life. They are players, but they're sitting on the bench. The game goes on in front of them. At any moment, they could join in. Reach out. Take a chance. Get hurt, maybe, but play as well as you can. Give me an L. L, give me an I. I, give me a V. V, give me an E. E, what do you got? Live! Otherwise, you've got nothing to talk about in the locker room.
I like you, Maud.
I like you, Harold. Now, this could be a really beautiful production.
I think so, too.
If I ever lose my head, lose my power, lose my heart.
Wow, what a day. I had no idea an 18-year-old's birthday party could be so exhausting.
You're telling me. The fact that certain people can even have children, it's fucking criminal.
And we're the menace. We're the perverts and the perverters of this great society. God, today really got me thinking, Dyer.
About what?
Bailey, I haven't heard from her. Do you think she's okay?
She is. I know she is. You know, she's a lot smarter than we give her credit for.
Not as smart as she thinks she is. And she's fragile. Those parents of hers, they really damaged something. I just hope she's ready to revisit that part of her life.
Well, you gotta have faith, Ellie. I mean, we don't know what it's like. I mean, you think your kid's gonna turn out one way and then...
And then what? You stop loving her?
I think it's just a little bit more complicated on the inside, you know? We've never tried parenting. It's the hardest thing in the world. Which my mother seems to remind me of every single day of my life.
Dyer.
What?
I have a secret.
You're getting your clit pierced.
You're a 16-year-old boy inside that body, aren't you?
Is that a no?
Yes. This is serious. Can you keep this between you and me?
I promise.
The insemination worked.
What?
My 5-year plan. My map to Momville. I'm on the road. I'm gonna be there in about 8 months.
You're gonna have a baby.
Yeah. I'm gonna give birth to a small human.
I don't get it. You're gonna sell your only source of income? Move to the other side of town? Spend the rest of your days milking and painting?
You wanna help?
What?
I'm just messing with you, Dyer. It's fun.
Hilarious. Oh. Whose spermies did you use?
Grace's brother.
Wow.
He makes parachutes.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. How's it all going to happen? What's the plan? How are you going to do it?
Well, with my savings and the money I'm going to get from selling this place, I should be all right for the first 2 years. I mean, that includes buying the house, and then, I don't know.
Holy shit, you're just jumping.
Yep, that's the plan. Things could change. I mean, I might sell Robbie's half to a new investor, keep this place open. There are a lot of options. We'll just have to see what happens.
Wow. Do you need anyone to go to LaMama's with you?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What's the point in trying again with another? It's like a record, a broken record. It's useless.
Because you are a new person every time. You were changed by Jill. It's not just looking for Jill again. At least that's not what it should be. You should be constantly remembering how you were changed by Jill. You are moving forward into a new relationship as a new person because of Jill. We are changed by other people, Jane. Every time a person dies or leaves, they change you forever, and that's what makes you able to move on to someone new. You're not repeating yourself. Another option is to
be by myself.
Exactly. Although you don't have to be, because in some way, you can be in love with everyone, Jane. I mean, you can feel love for everyone. Open yourself up to that possibility of walking through life filled with love. Everyone will leave, so love everyone. It doesn't make sense, but
no, it makes sense.
I'm so sorry. I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
How's the business plan, Dyer?
It's done.
Done?
It's done. I'm not gonna do the business. It's over.
Dyer! When I was your age, I was in an acting class with Lauren Bacall. I didn't want to be an actor, but I decided because I was so shy, I had better do the most terrifying thing I could think of, so I did. When I was a little older than you, I worked for a labor union for textile workers, worked my ass off. And a couple of years ago, I called your father in New Jersey just to find out how he was doing, even though I hate that prick. Dyer, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
Stop being such a coward!
Ma, I think I'm gonna buy the Robin's half of cream.